everyone, today what we're checking out is we are checking out the Season 17 Recluse. It is a Death Adder. So what we got on here, okay, that's Polaris Lance. What we got on here, we got Dynamic Sway Reduction, Quick Draw. This was my OG roll from a couple seasons ago. I really love this. This was before Funnelweb, and this is the new Recluse because last season we had Volatile rounds. This season we have Radiant, which is not the same thing. One is better than the other, but yeah. We also got the Calus mini tool. I'll talk about that later. We're gonna go to Nightmare Containment, and oh yeah, I forgot. So we got the pulse rifle. I like pulse rifles. We got the Riptide shell clip. So let's get into it. Okay, we are in. We got two other people. You can see if this works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. If it does, it does. So yeah, pretty much like a Recluse. Different sights. I actually like this sights more than the Recluse. A little bit more out there, a little bit more like stuff going on. And so, right there, I did my incinerator snap. We have on the left Radiant. That gives us like 25% damage buff, I think. We're gonna get this dude, I guess. It's not really working too well. You probably want to switch lobbies right now. He's AFK. Yeah, we're switching lobbies. This is not looking better. Yet again, let's probably do another load in. Oh, this is more of like a lobby. Let's go. I think it just ended, so we're gonna have to wait a bit maybe. Okay, let's go. I hope these people want to do it again. I really do hope. Okay, Radiant. Get the damage going. And if I get kills with solar weapons, including this one, it will extend the buff of our effects. Let's do Healing Nade. Very chaotic. Let's pulse rifle this guy. Get some chilling going on. A little warming, the opposite of where it's going right now. Okay, let's just talk about more of the other kind of options for solar. So you have this weapon, and this is like what I've been using for a while. We also have Borrowed Time, that's the Gambit one. And you can get some good rolls there. It's a 750, so I mean it's not as fun as 900. That's why Recluse is so fun and it's so popular, because it was a 950, does a lot of damage, really good archetype, and you got that Master of Arms perk you had. Same for Funnelweb, same for this weapon. Except this weapon does not have any damage perks. So Borrowed Time could be better, but not as fun. The next 900, one that is really just having competition with it, is in fact the Calus mini tool. And what perks it has are not many damage perks. You do have Incandescent, which is basically like a dragonfly. You kill someone and an explosion happens. But you do not need a headshot, and it's not as powerful as Dragonfly. But this has Dragonfly. The Death Adder has Dragonfly, so if you want that, you can get on here. It's kind of a world drop, I think, for Death Adder right now, because it was in Prophecy. It got taken out of Prophecy and into the loot pool normally, so it might be hard to obtain, but it's still possible. The other perk that is a damage perk for Calus mini tool is Surrounded, and that's not too bad, especially for close range weapons like submachine-guns and sidearms, but still not something incredible, not something like Frenzy. So generally these are not as good as Recluse or Funnelweb, but they're kind of a good kind of weapon still with the buff, because they already do normal good amounts of damage. If you have something like Charge of Flight and High Energy Fire going, it's definitely going to be really good. Currently I'm not doing a build with that. Also forgot to do Overload. And I think Calus Mini Tool does not have as much range as this. So that's of course great, and this can get rangefinder, so this is okay for PvP too, if you want to use it for that. Calus Mini Tool, you got some PvP perks, but you don't have rangefinder. Only got like moving target, slideaways, tap the trigger, all that kind of good stuff, but not really what you necessarily want. Sure thing, we're probably not going to get it. We got 5 seconds. You can try. And we might have done it. Oh, and containment's successful. Let's go. Okay, next harvester. Let's see if we can get something going pretty early. I did not get radiant that time though, because I thought it was just a hit. Taking damage with the melee ability, with the fragment. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get something going here. Got radiant. Extend the duration. Oh, well, they disappeared. Never mind then. Let's slide here in here like a PvP player. Getting frozen. All that stuff. I also forgot to include a Tarrabah. Tarrabah is a really good option. Obviously, it takes up your exotic slot. So in that case, you don't really want to be using it. Because what you want to be using is like something like maybe Deathbringer, a Galahorn. Something like that's exotic for heavy, because those do the most damage usually. The exception right now is a Storm Chaser, which is crazy. Deals a lot of damage per shot. You don't even need any of the crazy perks. You just fit it on and you do a lot of damage. Like, let's use it here. 23k per hit on this dude. That's quite a bit. Even if we die, that's still quite a bit of damage. Let's do this again for this dude. That feels like I'm doing a lot of like impact there. Like, I'm actually changing the fate of that dude. Usually I don't feel that way. Usually I feel like I'm doing nothing to these guys. Okay, let's use this. I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm doing much with this weapon. I mean, I know it's a special, but still, the Storm Chaser is pretty crazy. Let's get back on topic. The other things that could like compete with this are definitely 720 auto rifles, which we do have one. We have the Beyond Light Arctic Haze, I believe. That can get, I think, a few decent perks. Nothing too crazy, I think. But it can do well. And last time with volatile rounds, we didn't have the Funnelweb really dominate, but also, like, I used the one from Garden of Salvation. The one I'm talking about is the Recluse Oracle from Garden of Salvation. And that was pretty crazy with volatile rounds. It almost feels like you have an SMG. It's 720 RPM, short range kind of for those auto rifles, so you want to be up close. And that weapon had kill clip, so that was pretty insane. Arctic Haze, I don't think can get kill clip. Yeah, short range auto rifle with fast fire rate, that definitely could be close to competing with the SMG, definitely. We finally got the boss. The other thing I could have shut off was bait and switch. I do have a bait and switch fusion primary, the Deliverance I think, or something like that. One's from the new raid. You have the Disciple, and obviously 900 RPMs work really great with those. You have high handling usually most of the time. Just bring out your 900 RPM, tap the boss, maybe do a full burst, because they are like, the more RPM you have, the more kind of DPS you have for the primary weapon. So if you have a very fast fire rate primary, that can do somewhat damage. So if you had bait and switch, you'd be going to your heavy like that, primary, load it in, and then go to your fusion rifle and deal some damage. I'm using the choke clip one, so yeah. I guess I'm gonna end it off kind of a discussion right now, because I don't want to drag it out on too long. So the Calus Mini Tool is okay. Incandescent is a good perk. Surround is an okay perk. Otherwise, they don't really like have anything that's crazy. If Calus main tool had Frenzy or Rampage, then that would definitely be better. But it does not, so this can kind of be in the same playing field, and it's kind of your choice if you want Dragonfly maybe, or Incandescent, because they act kind of the same. They do an explosion when it's with a precision hit, so that means it's gonna deal more damage. So that's kind of it. Last thing also is I forgot is Calus main tool has the new other perk, but it's 2 excess, and that gives you ability energy. So if you're using like some of the new subclasses and you're in like duality or something, and you need those like perks up quick, you can use a Calus main tool as well. There we go. This is my second time recording this. Lower energy, lower everything. Let's see what we get. Okay, grenade launcher. Bond. Okay, that's trash. Ironically enough, the other take that didn't make it in, the other one, is because the audio was all bad. The game audio was crazy high. This time it's fixed. But anyway, the last time I did this, I got the Funnelweb, and that was kind of funny. Anyway, that's it. If you dislike, sub if you want. I'm very just tired.